The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits. All right, Octo Nation, it's Charlie. I'm going to be your host for today. We have a lot to go over. I finally pieced together something for us. There's just so much going on. It's so hard for me just to stay organized again. Just been crazy rocket ride, but that's what we like because that means stocks are going way down and way up. So as long as we protect ourselves, we're usually good to go, right? Okay. First off, GreenPower buses. They announced the launch of its U.S. official public offering, so they totally made it official. Article came out, launched out, and said that they are going to launch with only 1.5 million common shares pursuant to the registration statement. What does that mean? They're coming out. Okay, the new ticker is going to be GP. Okay, it's still not official. This is just the submission to be listed on the Nasdaq. Okay, this isn't 100% official. It's still coming out on the Nasdaq yet, but they're saying they want it to be GP. It's probably going to go through. They'll be fine, but I think that's a perfect ticker for them. I think that's good. They're also they're saying they intend to use the profits from the offering for the production of all electric vehicles, including all the ones they have, the Beast, the school bus, the 30-foot low floor style bus, product development, and geographic expansion with the remainder, if any, for working capital. So that's good. So they're talking about geographic expansion. That could mean going overseas, like to Europe or Asia or something. Dude, that'd be sick. Because remember, they already have over 100 salesmen in the United States alone that are going out and just cold calling maybe schools and be like, hey, want to save some money for your school district? Sweet. Can I come have a meeting? I'll buy a lunch. You know, they're doing something like that. So that is fantastic to hear that. That is going to be upward progression for them. The poll I came out with yesterday was asking if the GreenPower bus has been, that they have been ripping day after day. And I said, will Proterra do the same thing through a SPAC, or will it go up 18% and then tank to the floor? Okay. And we had 33 votes, and 72.7% said moonshoot, and 27.3% said tank. I think it's probably going to moonshoot a little bit. There's people that love Proterra, I think, because they were already sold on it. They were sold on the Hennessy guys, and they were sold on that dream. And then when you told them they couldn't have it, and they got the canoe, it X-nayed out, but people still want the Proterra. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. WorkHorse, they finally broke its first month of consolidation for bull. Check this out. So we had this perfect channel we talked about surfing, and we had drawn this out. And we've been saying, it needs to break this before, I'm planning on getting in again. And sure enough, it broke. It broke up to about 1790, almost 18, like right at 18. And then it tried doing a little button hook kind of down. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but technically there's nothing holding this back till 20 now, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe at 19, 60 or something, there might be a little bit of resistance there, but this still should be bull. I'm guessing it's going to come in, and tomorrow it's going to just start going up again. So watch this, protect yourself, but hopefully this pushes us up. Pioneer Power Solutions, man. Did y'all see the video I made on this one? This is the Clean Spark supplemental brother of them. This baby was up over 30% green today. I thought that was cool when I wrote this early in the day. Long story, and then I thought it was cool when it hit 37.85%, so I wrote it here. And then to end the day, it actually hit 56.43% green, and I think it might have even gone a little higher than that. I just couldn't even keep up. It's just ripping. All right, so this was kind of midday. We've been drawing out this channel for months for everybody. I kept saying, to day trade this thing, it's perfect. You buy when it's at the bottom of this red channel, you sell when it's green. It's over again. And then today, guess what? I was talking about buying this down here because it's the bottom of this channel, and guess what happened? It zipped all the way up, and it ended up tagging. This was only midday. It hit $1.78, and it started consolidating a little bit, but then by the end of the day, it ended up going all the way to like $2 and $2.40, and then it ended up post-marketing down to $1.95. So it actually broke above the green channel to fake out the bulls and then came back down. So this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens with this. We've also, if you don't know, if you haven't seen that video, this is kind of not only is it supplement to the Clean Spark, but this is also a supplement to battery storage and energy. So it's like kind of off-grid storage. So like the hurricanes that are coming to the East Coast right now, this could supplement off of that, because when power goes out, they have to then move over to stored energy, which these dudes can definitely help out with. So it could even get hype with that. This thing has got a super low float too. So now that I heard the penny stock guys today start talking about it later on in the day, and you get those guys on it too, hyping this, and this thing could just go absolutely bonkers. So watch it. I'm watching it right in the morning. If it starts trying to dance back up to green real fast, I'm probably just going to put a buy in a little bit above it and see if I can't ride it, do a trailing stop below it though to protect myself. But I think if this thing starts popping, goes up maybe 8%-ish, 10-12% tomorrow, it's probably people are just gonna be like, dude, we want that run from yesterday, flat, and jump right in. So watch that, protect yourself, and take your profits along the way, will you? So the biggest coming out party of all time. Okay, that for ants. What is this? So what is this all about? So Jack Ma's Ant Group has filed for initial public offering in Hong Kong, in Shanghai, in what is likely to be one of the biggest debuts in years, potentially topping even the Saudi Aramco's 29 billion initial share sale in 2019. The listing of China's largest online payments platform, which is a third owned by Alibaba Group, has been keenly awaiting for at least 3 years to do this. Ant is targeting a valuation of $225 billion based on the IPO of about 30 billion, IPOing at 30 billion. If markets are favorable, people familiar with the matter told Scott of Bloomberg. Ant says it will use the proceeds to expand cross-border research, so again, expanding, and enhance its research and development capabilities. Filing shows the company had a transaction volume totaling 118 trillion won, or 17 trillion USD. In the last year, with 1 billion users and 80 million merchants offering the Alipay app. Do you realize how massive this is? So why is this news to us? Because when this thing drops, it's probably gonna rocket, because it's also got the Alibaba brand to it, and it's a monster, and it's digital money. But dude, I'll be watching this. Let me know, if and when we get a date coming out, because I'm gonna be buying this at open. Okay? And it's probably gonna go parabolic. And it goes on to talk more about it. You can read about it later if you want. Let's move on to GORS 4. So if you remember, was it just yesterday? So GORS GMHI ticker. We did a video a couple months ago, and then just yesterday, I think it was, they released the SPAC that they're hooking up with, right? And that SPAC is going with that LiDAR technology. They're going to compete with like Graph, and they've got the guy from GoPro involved. Anyways, this dude, the GORS guy, he's a shark, man. He also has 2 more already in the works. He's also got one called basically GORS 4 and then GORS 5. Now, he released GORS 5 is coming out 3 weeks ago, but GORS 4, they haven't even told what the business they're going after is. So, I mean, that pretty much tells me that it's cemented that they've got a business for 4, otherwise they wouldn't come out with 5. So they're probably just finishing up the paperwork and the PDF ready for launch. So I'm excited for what 4 is, and obviously people are too, because this thing popped, the warrants popped 29.76% today too. So are y'all on this one with me too? Man, riding that channel. Then, so we've also got the one of the miners today. So gold and silver again has just been kind of doing this. It started popping out of its channel today though. Hopefully you follow me on Twitter, because I've been posting about that and showing the channels and all that. But anyways, one of the only miners today that was really green was the Nevada Silver Gold something. Ticker is NVSGF. Regardless, look it up. If you haven't seen that last video I did where it's called Explorer Gold Miners, the best gold and silver explorer miners, check it out. But this one popped even when no one was doing it. They did. So that was huge. 14.43%. This is one of those ones, again, low float. It's only going up 16 cents. That can go absolutely bonkers, 2, 3, 4, 5x monies. Okay, so pay attention to that one. Buy list for tomorrow. I'm looking at KCAC warrants, Kensington Capital. This is the all-American vehicle guys they've been in like GM and Ford their whole life. They've done thousands of transactions or hundreds of transactions and stuff. They all got together, all these old guys, and started a SPAC. Okay, all these old car guru dudes, and they're going to go after something automotive. Who knows what it could be? It could be muffler shop. It could be Midas. I don't know. Or it could be another electronic vehicle. I don't know. You know, something crazy. It could be a motor that we don't even know about. I don't know. But regardless, I think that this will have some decent hype around it. It really hasn't done, like at the first launch, that when the units came out, there were some articles that were coming out on Seeking Alpha and all that caused a little bit of stir. So there's the name getting around already, but reflection of the warrants and the commons, now that those have come out past the units, it doesn't show it. So why is that great? Because they haven't gone up yet. So if we can get in early at like these warrants at 88 cents, dude, I mean, they launched around 88 a buck, 88 cents, 80 cents, whatever. If you can get in around there, even at a slight hint or even time, these probably will go up. It's a guaranteed no, but just watch this is all I'm saying. If you want to play it smart, you can even put a bid in, and 10, 20 cents above it. That way, if something does pop, you catch up. They still have a long ways to be out of this, right? They still have like another year and a half until deadline or something like that. So it could take that long, but chances are they already had some people in contact with. I'm sure they know thousands of people and thousands of ideas they were bouncing off. So they could pop quick, you never know. But regardless, even before that, I think we still might see a run. So watch it. This video is actually supposed to be about Plug Power. Okay, I'm gonna run through this as quick as possible to let you at least be aware of it. Plug Power, they've got 407 million shares out there, which is kind of high compared to a lot of stocks we talk about, but still not crazy. So Plug, PLUG is the ticker on this. Who are they? These are the hydrogen guys. The Plug Power is a leading provider of clean hydrogen and zero-emission fuel cell solutions that are both cost-effective and reliable. Plug Power continues to execute on its plan to build a green hydrogen economy. So they're trying to bridge the gap between electrification and hydrogen economy, okay, which is smart. These guys are aggressive, and they have officially created their own moat and the castle in it, okay? They closed an acquisition buying United Hydrogen and Jenner ELX. United Hydrogen, who are they? So they are the guys who are basically pulling the hydrogen up from the earth. They're also transporting it and refining it and all that. Yeah, so they went in and bought these guys. So now they got their stickers on that. Now, who are these other guys that they bought? It's basically the machines that compress it, refine it, and all that, right? So blue chip customers, all the technology, the machines, all that stuff. So they own not only the guys pulling it up, they have machines that process it, hold it, and turn it into whatever. But look at this, so now they own the full pipe. They've got H2 generation, the liquefaction, the logistics, the equipment, and their vertically integrated green H2 platform. So then them originally is the ones who are building the actual like battery components and all that, but now they own the whole moat. They own the whole channel, okay? This is huge. So like electrolyzer technology, leverage PEM fuel cell and MEA manufacturing leadership position, the liquefaction logistics, it's just crazy. So they're showing here that the opportunity, I believe this was until 2024. Yeah, 2024, they're showing that there's a 2.5 trillion target addressable market, which is absolutely crazy. Actually, it's just saying right now. So the material handling, 30 billion, electric vehicles, 300 billion, 15 billion in stationary power, and then 2.5 trillion in total in the economy. So they're big on like forklifts. More than 6 million forklifts have been deployed. 1.5 million forklifts sold annually. These guys are selling those because they're forklifts that are powered by their hydrogen fuel cell battery systems that they make and the whole setup. It's better and more economical than anything that's out there, even lithium ion electric stuff. They're even doing on-road electric vehicles, data center and wireless infrastructure, small footprints, high power density, hydrogen equipment, 18% of energy demand, 30 million jobs created. So they got 30 million jobs created from just hydrogen and equipment alone. So yeah, by 2024, they're hoping to have 1.2 billion in revenue increase from 1 billion. So they're scaling up. But what does that mean? They're also spending money to do that because they had to acquire those two companies. But these guys are massive. They've now created that moat around them. How are you going to mess with a company like this, man? They got replaceable batteries, charging stations. So like, electronic vehicles charging stations, that like the Blink stuff that just came out with the drama with that. So they have their own stations like that they make. So they make that. They make all the guts for fleet vehicles, ground support, industrial robotics, UAVs and aerospace. So drones and all that. They even have them powered by that instead of little batteries. They're more efficient. You can see here, that forklifts, like little go-kart things and ATVs, big tour buses, semis, and storable power, kind of like the BMRG EOS setups. They got a FedEx vehicle in here. They're modular, they're scalable, and they're turnkey. So they've just got these little boxes that you can just plug in and pull out, plug and play. So if your battery's running out, you just grab another one and throw it in. So you could just store it in the back of the semi. Like, oh, I need to refuel. Oh, let me just go get a new battery and throw it in. I don't know if it's that easy on those, but I'm sure they could easily make it that way even for the semis. Maybe you got to replace 10 of them or something to get you another 100 miles, but that'd be a lot easier sometimes than having to go to a gas station you can't find or whatever. So, however, there's some drama. That's always right. Nothing is ever perfect. Dun dun dun. So last Friday, Citron Research came out and tweeted, "Plug back to $7 as it is the anti-Tesla." Why even look to short Tesla when Plug is twice as expensive with a never profitable business? Plug is the anti-Tesla. The company will miss 2020 revenue guidance by 40%, and R&D has been paltry. Okay. Needless to say, Plug has never generated a profit. I don't think that R&D has been paltry whatsoever. Okay. Unlike Musk, who buys his stock, CEO Andy Marsh has sold 95% of his position at an average price of less than $7 a share. I don't have a problem with that at all. People need money, okay? So the CEO, I'm sure, had invested a ton of money in this at the beginning, and he's got bills to pay and yada, yada. Dude, people need money, okay? He still left 5% in there. He could end up buying more back. That'd be great if you bought more back. It'd be a good, a PR scheme to come out, great, but people still need money, okay? The real market cap for this company is 8.2 billion based on fully diluted shares outstanding, which shows how this stock has become retail mania. But Tesla has it, right? And to really illustrate how foolish Plug has become, consider that even at $2,000 for Tesla, Plug still trades at a 100% premium on EV to sales. Yeah, so again, stocks definitely now are priced out future. All right, and especially when they just bought those two massive companies too, and you expect them to be profitable instantly. Come on. Anyways, Jim Cramer then said yesterday, he goes, if you don't know Jim Cramer, he's got this show on CNN or something, the most popular stock show out there. It's called Mad Money. He said, I like Plug Power. I like those two acquisitions. That's why we had Plug Power on. So they've already been hyped on there a little bit before. He said, I like the story, but I was hoping you were talking about Lined? I don't even know what this is. Lined? Because the company has a lot of things going for it. Well, do this. Lined for the people who want to be able to have some hydrogen, and Plug Power for those who are young or young at heart and are willing to take a little speculative appeal. So I guess probably Lined or Lind is just a pure hydrogen play. Maybe they mined it. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to look them up, but so anyways, now Jim Cramer's kind of talking crap about him and saying it's for the young at heart or making a speculative play. I mean, I don't know what's really speculative about it. I mean, they got contracts with some big companies. Did I list them? I didn't list them. So they got contracts with Walmart. Y'all heard of them? And Amazon. Y'all heard of them? So they actually they provide their forklifts and stuff for them, and this is another one of those things because it was Amazon who said, they've actually come out recently too, and said that they're looking at other EV companies, okay, and other, I don't know if they said electronic vehicle or they said basically more efficient vehicle companies. I think is kind of what they said. So they could be even looking at this, like this is something that they could end up getting a big piece of, you know. So you never know. Like they did it with, was it Rivian or whatever? So it's just crazy what could all come full circle with this. So as for the charts on this was Friday here. We're basically up to $14 and like, you know, 60 cents or something. Then we started getting smacked around by the bullies up there. It went down to right at basically support, you know, right about here, about 12 bucks ish, maybe 11.75. But then today it started doing this little rally, you know, and it reaffirmed it a couple times in here, and now it hit back up to about 12.85. Now this is still in kind of sketchy territory, like you said. You know, they're obviously not that profitable right now because they just bought those two companies and they're still in the massive growing phase. But what company is, especially when you got a new technology thing coming out? I think this is one of those plays that long term could be massive. Okay, they own the whole pipe, man. You can't mess with that. You know, I personally got in a little bit here. I'm gonna still watch it. I'm gonna ride it kind of tight, but I don't see it dipping below this, you know, like it was just at. It could. So again, keep your stop loss in to protect yourself, all right, if you do get into this. But still watch it. You know, it still might come up and consolidate a little bit, but this thing has been stair-stepping pretty nicely. You know, it kind of had a longer downtrend there for a little bit, but then it started just popping up. And it just is going to take one more little contract or PR release that they're going to come out with, where they're like, Amazon just bought 500 more forklifts, and then that's when you see this thing kind of going up like that, like a little firework. So what do y'all think of that play? Think it's kind of cool? I think it is. I think it's got a huge future too. They're big on even the whole electric vehicle thing. They're trying to bring that full circle. I guess there actually is a like small electric vehicle company coming out, I think, that's utilizing their batteries too. So I didn't get that far into research, but let me know in the comments if it's out there. So I'm also looking for tomorrow the plasma plays that we talked about this weekend, like on Sunday. So I'm probably going to get back into those, you know, because Trump said he's going to be talking about them. I think it's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday? Yeah, I think. So he said straight up, I think it was, I don't even know, man, Sunday, Monday, it's all turned into the same day. But he's talking about how they're going to talk about the vax and the plasma. He said straight up plasma at that Farmer Expo that I watched. He said they're going to be talking about plasma. There's going to be news on that. So I think tomorrow the plasma plays, they got killed down because everyone took their profit, okay? And now they're down again. And I bet you tomorrow, watch, they're going to intraday and they're going to start zooming up. So again, watch those plasma plays, because if he name drops, and if you hear he's going to be listening to his speech, let me know on Twitter or hit me up and, you know, ping me. That way I'll watch it and you watch it too. And, you know, because if he name drops one of those plasma plays, like, they're going to be using them, dude. It could be massive for everybody. So let's get it. And then, oh yeah, please friend me on Twitter and StockTwits. I'm definitely more on Twitter. You know, StockTwits, I've got a super fast computer and I restart it, you know, solid state, all that stuff. But I have found out that StockTwits really jacks my computer up. I don't know, it's just constantly loading, and after about an hour of having it up, it just like gets slow and you got to reload the whole thing. I don't know. Am I the only one with that problem? Let me know. Any other plays you want me to take a look at, put them down in the notes below. We've been having great communication. I think a lot of people are making quite a bit of money. All I got to say is just keep your stop losses tight, okay? Let's keep our ship tight and we'll always make it in the end. All right, but everybody have a great night.